I currently only have $520 in my account, so right now, at this very moment, I'm going to try to grow my balance. I'll show you a simple and effective method that you can easily repeat after watching this video. Just a heads up about the risks, it's up to you to manage them yourself. But right now, I'm gonna go all out and try to increase my deposit as much as possible. I'll set up the whole platform and show you a method you can repeat after this video. Let's go! First things first, let's set up the platform right away. Here's what we'll need for trading. We'll need the Heiken Ashi candles and set them to 5-second intervals, just like this. We'll be working with these settings and set each trade to 1 minute. To start off, I will be trading with 25% of my available balance, and then I will gradually increase that amount depending on whether my account balance goes up or down over time. Let's go ahead and open the very first trade right away. I'll open the first trade on the Euro USD currency pair. I'll use a trading robot, and let's see what the robot suggests now. The robot says to sell. I'm waiting for a new 5-second Heiken Ashi candle, and as soon as it appears, I'll open a $130 sell trade. Let's watch this trade. Next, I'll carefully share all the entry points, all the settings in detail, and you'll be able to replicate the same results step by step. And the very first trade brings me a profit of $120 in total, which I have just successfully earned. Great, let's move on to the second trade right away. I'm choosing the second currency pair, URCHF, and setting the trade time to 1 minute. I'm waiting for the robot to give me a signal. This is a buy signal, and on the new 5-second candle, I open a buy trade. You can go right now and activate this robot using the link in the description. So, go ahead and activate it right now. The activation process literally takes just 5 minutes of your time, but what do you get? In artificial intelligence that analyzes the market, gives you ready-made analysis, and you can trade based on it. For beginners, its analysis accuracy is about 70%. If you improve your skills and keep practicing, you can reach 80% or even 90% successful trades. I'm leaving the link to it in the description. Next, we'll talk about how to work with this. Robot, how do you use 5-second candles in the clearest way possible? And what else we'll need for trading? This is already my second trade. Remember, I started building up my deposit from $520. Let's wait and see how this trade closes. And the second trade brings me $136. Profit. Accordingly, the next trade will be for 25%. We can even round it up to $200. And so that's exactly the amount I'll use to open trade number 3. I'm choosing the currency pair Australian dollars Swiss franc. I select it in the booster bot and set the trade time to 1 minute. Look, the robot has 12 currency pairs to choose from, so you can choose any of them. I recommend trading, of course, with all these currency pairs and adding them to your favorites, just like this at the top. To do this, you go here to pairs and then click on the star. This will add or remove the pair from your list, the currency pair that you specifically selected. So simply add these 12 foreign exchange currency pairs to your list of favorites so that you can very quickly and easily see which pair you should skip and which one you can actually work with. And then after that, you just get the signal, choose one of the available timeframes. The robot supports 1 minute, 3 minutes, and 5 minutes, and you can then trade on those timeframes as you wish. For beginners, I recommend starting with 3 minutes. It's just safer that way. And as you can see, the third trade brings me a profit, and I get $184. With this trade, I've almost doubled my deposit, and I'll open the next trade for $240. Now, I suggest we open 2 trades in fast forward mode and see what amount I can reach. If I keep opening trades at 25%, just a reminder, go ahead and activate this robot right now using the links in the description. As you can see, my first trade ended in a loss, but the second trade brought me a profit of $276. Look, how do you use 5-second candles? So we've selected 5-second Heikinashi candles, and we need to use a new 5-second candle. That means using this timer right here. Next, I'll show you how to activate it. We have, let's say, an entry point. Let's say we want to enter a buy trade under these conditions. If we don't use the 5-second candle, then the price, roughly speaking, starts to go up, then starts to fall, and then starts to rise again. If we use the 5-second candle, for example, the price also goes up, then suddenly drops. And that's exactly where we enter the trade. And accordingly, after that, the price starts to rise again. So we'll have an advantage. So it turns out, in this SIG, everyone entered right away. Here, accordingly, the entry point is roughly right here. And we'll have an advantage in the form of this space. So yes, it's kind of a small bonus. It could be from 10 to 20 points, but still in some situations, it really saves you. That's why we use the 5-second candle with the bot as our entry point. Remember, when you see a new 5-second candle, you use it as your entry point. So here's the show timer button. Turn it on and everything will work for your next trade. I'm also going to open a $300 trade and I want to make $1,500, meaning I want to triple my deposit. Once again, let me remind you that this is really risky. I'm choosing the next currency pair, Australian dollar, Swiss franc. Again, on the OTC market, you can choose absolutely any currency pair you want. There will be normal volatility everywhere here. The most important thing is to follow the rules of the new 5-second candles. Look here. If I had opened the trade right away, my entry point would have been about here. But now, this distance is working in my favor, so make sure to use 5-second candles. Let me remind you again about the robots. You can launch them right now using the link in the description. You don't need to download anything or buy anything. Everything works right on the Telegram platform. So if you have Telegram, just simply activate this robot and start trading with it right now. Great trade! It brought me $270, and I think I'll wrap it up here. As you can see, I managed to turn $500 into $1,200. Again, I want to remind you that I took some pretty big risks. I don't recommend you do the same. You can find the robot at the link in the description. If you have any questions, just message our support account. I'll also leave a link to it in the description. So go ahead, check it out, and trade with us. All useful links will be in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next videos.